All right, it's Thursday. We're coming up on the end of the week here at second shift. We're kind of busy. We got a lot going on, and right now we're just trying to get this engine out of the Chevy Tahoe. But we got a full stacked shop. We have very limited room to work in. See if I can position this and show you guys a little bit better how congested we are. Aside from where I'm about to pull the motor out of, there's a Monte Carlo right here that we're building an axle on. It's just disabled. It can't go anywhere. This black 454 SS has the big block coming out of it. It ain't going anywhere. And the Centurion over there has also has the big block motor out for a rebuild. We got them racked and stacked. So this 09 Tahoe, we're taking the 4.8 liter and we're removing the 4.8 liter. And we're gonna replace it with a 5.3. Before the 5.3 goes in, we're gonna throw in a cam. We have a Texas Speed Chupacabra. We're going to throw in a set of PAC 1218 valve springs and a couple other little things. And while the motor is out, we're also gonna pull the transmission out. The transmission's going out to be swapped for one that's already rebuilt. Right now, we're just getting the motor out. With the hood on the vehicle. We did not pull the hood to make this happen. There's like no good place to set this down right now. That's the engine. We still got to get the transmission out. Some guys will get the car up in the air and they'll take the transmission out and then they'll bring the car down and then they'll pull out the engine. I have a different way. I say, why not take them both in and out the same hole? So we pulled the drive shaft, we've undone everything from the transmission, and now that the motor's out of our way, we're gonna put the cherry picker back in the engine hole and we're gonna pluck the transmission right out through the engine hole. And then we'll put the new transmission back in, then we'll slide the engine behind that. Going back together. What really sucks about this is my cherry picker could be a little bit longer than what it is. That would be nice. Unfortunately, that's not what we got, so it is what it is. I think before I pull this transmission out this way, I might want to pull the torque converter out. Aside from taking a little bit of weight out of the transmission, when I pull the torque converter out, it won't drip all of its fluid out right through the tail shaft of the transmission. Because I've drained the transmission, largely most of the fluid is out of it. But there's still a whole bunch of quarts held back in that torque converter, and if I tip that torque converter upside down, pulling the transmission out this way, it's gonna make a big mess. So, out the converter comes. Now, we can get the load equalizer set up, get the chain down to two of the side mounts, or side bolts, and start pulling it forward. There you go. Yeah. It's time to get the transmission out. Now, the teardown is pretty much complete and the build is ready to begin. We have all the parts in-house. We have a set of long tube headers. We have a cam, we have some valve springs, we have some nice beefy push rods, and we're gonna tune it all up when it's done. The transmission rebuild is supposed to have the 5-gear planetary gear sets front and rear, and the Corvette servo and all the other good stuff that they do to them. And this will be our starting point for an awesome build. This Tahoe is a 2-wheel drive truck. It doesn't have the transfer case or the front differential or any of that stuff in it. So that makes all of this a little bit easier and a little bit faster. It'll also make sure that that aftermarket exhaust fits a little bit better.